Hi everyone, happy Wednesday. I hope your day is off to an awesome start. The sun is shining in Labrador and that is a big deal because the sun hasn't shone for days and days and days and days. Well, it comes out for like minutes at a time and then it rains some more. So we're just really grateful to see a blue sky with lots of sun and praying that it's here all day long, but I'm going to enjoy it while it lasts regardless. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. So excited to chat with you this morning about how to create a consistent exercise routine. Thank you so much for helping me decide what we were going to talk about today. Don't worry if you voted for body image and reducing stress and anxiety. Those will be topics for our next Wellness Wednesdays. So for the next two, we know exactly what we're talking about. So if those interest you, make sure to come back for the next two Wednesdays because we will be talking about those things. So before we get started, like we do before every live, we're going to take a second. We're going to slow down. We're going to close our eyes. We're going to take a deep breath in through our nose and out through our mouth. One more time, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Gotta get your breathing in. Just helps get us centered. And let's just set the intention that we're going to come into this training with an open mind and an open heart, learn from one another, and really consider doing things differently, because what got you where you are will only get you where you are. You have to be willing to try something new to get to where you want to be. So let's jump right into today. I am so excited about this topic because I hated exercise. Okay. Hated it so much that to this day, I really resist the word exercise. Whenever I cannot use that word, I try really hard because to me, it has a negative attachment. And that's all on me. That's totally my belief system that I'm working on changing and shaping, whatever. But just because I had that resistance to it doesn't mean I wasn't able to still find ways to create a consistent routine. And I'm so excited to share what's worked for me. And I really want to encourage you to look at it differently, because what I'm going to share with you is a little bit outside of what most people teach on this. But it's what's worked for me. So if you have resistance to exercise and you really aren't getting it done and you aren't showing up for yourself in the way that you should, then these are the steps that will get you there. If you implement them, if you lean into it, if you trust that this can work for you, it will work for you. You need to implement it. You need to be willing to do things differently. I just want to get that out there right out of the gate. So the very first thing that you want to do is get some clarity. Clarity is key in starting anything new or trying to improve wherever you are. Why do you want to create a consistent exercise routine? And it has to be deeper than I want to lose 20 pounds. That's not going to keep you moving on the days when you don't feel like it. Because here's a secret. There are always going to be days when you don't feel like it. That is just how it is. We are human. We have life experiences. Things happen. Life happens. But if you allow yourself to get thrown off track, it's really easy to stay off track. How many of you can resonate with that you stop for a day, you don't do what you plan to do for a day, then one day turns into two turns into three, and before you know it, you've been sitting on the couch for 2 weeks and haven't done anything? Who can relate to that? I know that you can. It's very common. It happened to me a lot. I was always on the start and stop train, and it was because my goal was to lose weight. That is what I wanted to do. I wanted to lose weight. I was too heavy. I was uncomfortable in my skin. I was uncomfortable in my body, and I wanted to lose the weight. So that was my goal. But On the days when I didn't feel like it, that wasn't enough to keep me moving. So you need to dig a little deeper here and decide what it is that you want and how it is you think you're going to feel once you get that outcome. So if your goal is to lose 20 pounds, let's take it a step deeper and say, how am I going to feel once I hit that? Why do I want that? Why do I want that feeling? And really get connected to why you are going to show up for yourself every day. What is going to keep you moving when you don't feel like it? Motivation fades. That is why it does not work to be motivated. Motivation is great on the days when you feel it and it lights you up and it makes you excited, but you're not going to feel it every day. And you can't inspire that inside you every day. Sometimes life gets in the way, but that doesn't mean that you still can't be consistent, because motivation isn't the key. The key is clarity, getting really clear. So for me, just to give you an example, when I really dug into this, what I am working towards and what keeps me moving every day is freedom. I want the freedom to experience life at the highest level, and I don't want my body to get in the way of that. I want to treat my body with love and respect, which it deserves. We have one body. One. If we don't treat it well, we're not getting the opportunity to experience life at the highest level. That is what keeps me going. That is what keeps me motivated, because I want the freedom to experience life and all it has to offer, and I don't want my body to get in the way. I want my body to feel love. I want myself to be proud. I want to feel confident and excited and energetic and all those things. And I do. Because I've taken these steps and I've taken the time to get super clear. So that's your first step. Before you do anything, get super clear on why you're doing it, what you want the outcome to be, and how that's going to feel, and attach yourself not to the outcome, not to the 20 pounds of loss, but how it's going to feel. How is that going to feel? And we're going to consistently show up for ourselves in our routine so that we get to feel that way every day. It is so good. So that is step number 1. Step number 2, pick something that you love. Don't do the HIIT routine because someone told you that's the best way to work out. Don't be going to the gym if you don't like going to the gym. Don't lift weights if you don't want to lift weights. Don't worry about it being a certain amount of cardio and a certain amount of weight training and all that nonsense. That does not matter. Yes, there's all kinds of science behind interval training and behind weight training and all those things. There's all kinds of science. All kinds, and there's formulas, and it's not wrong, but it's not going to make you show up. It is not going to keep you consistent. You don't have to worry about that. What's important is finding something you love and doing more of it. True story. I have tried the things that I was supposed to do for my body type. Who's done the body type quiz? The right exercise for your body type, the right nutritional plan for your body type, what you should eat, how many macros you should have. Who's done all those things? I've done all those things. None of those things worked for me. 0. None of those worked for me. And I exercise every single day. Every day. The girl who hated exercise exercises every single day and loves it. And part of that is because I choose things that I love. And I choose them for periods of time that I'm going to enjoy. So for example, biking. I love biking. I was actually supposed to bike this morning, but it's a beautiful day here today and I would really like to bike in the warm, and it's cold here in the morning. So I've decided I'm going to go after work today. Very excited about it because I want to wear a t-shirt instead of a sweater, and I'm very pumped about it. So I love biking. I go biking all the time. I love yoga. I do yoga all the time. I enjoy weight training, so I have free weights at home. I enjoy weight training for a different reason. A, I like to feel strong. I like to feel the changes happening in my muscles, but I only do weight training for 15 minutes at a time. That is enough for me. After that, I don't enjoy it anymore. And so that means that my progress on my muscular side of things is slower, but it's still happening, and I'm okay with that. I can see the changes, I can feel the changes, and I'm happy with that. I refuse to push through and be uncomfortable, because this is a lifelong thing for me. I want to consistently weight train. I want to consistently do that because it's good for me. It's good for my body. It helps me feel good. It helps me feel strong. I want to do it, but I will not do it if I have to do it for 30, 45 minutes. I won't do it. I won't show up for it because I don't like it. It doesn't fill me up. It doesn't bring me joy. I won't do it like that. So the way that I do it is the way that works for me. So find what works for you, and don't listen to all the hype about it has to be for this amount of time, and it has to be this, it has to be in this order, and the best way for you to hit your goals is to do A, B, C, and D. Don't worry about that. Pick what you love. Do it more often. You cannot sustain it if you do not like it. And this is a lifelong change that we're making. We want to consistently move our bodies, not just do starting and stopping for periods of time. That is not serving us. That is not giving you the experience that you want. That is not giving you the body that you want. That is not giving you anything that you want. So pick something you love. Now the next one, I really need you to keep an open mind. I really need you to keep an open mind. And I shouldn't assume that you're not going to receive it openly either. So let me keep an open mind that you are going to have an open mind about it. But this is the one that people struggle with the most in my experience. Start with 10 minutes a day. Now, before you say, hold up, Pam, 10 minutes a day, I have serious goals. I want to see serious changes in my body. I want to see serious changes in my health. 10 minutes a day is not going to get it done. 10 minutes a day is not going to help you lose 100 pounds tomorrow. No, you're 100% right on that. But that is not the goal. You need to go back to the way that you want to feel. And you need to remember that what we're trying to do is create a consistent routine. And one of the quickest ways to create a consistent routine is to show up consistently. And if I ask you to start with 30 minutes a day every single day, you are going to be like, hold up, I have a life, I have other things going on, that's too much, that's overwhelming, I can't do that. You can do 10 minutes a day. This is about increasing it over time. You don't have to stay at 10 minutes a day. And you can do more than that if you feel called to do more than that. But I want you to set up a non-negotiable 10 minutes a day of movement, of something that you love, of something that's going to make you excited, of something that's going to help you feel proud and more confident. And this step of showing up for yourself at least 10 minutes a day is going to rewire that programming. Because a part of the reason why you're having trouble staying consistent is because you're stuck in your old habits, your old routines. Your brain is actually programmed a certain way around this. So we have to rewire the programming, and that takes time, and you want to take small steps towards that so it's not overwhelming and crazy. And it works. It is amazing how much it works. Have any of you read the book Atomic Habits by James Cleary? Anybody? Really good book. Highly recommend it. Like seriously, very good, very good book. And it talks about how you can't just implement a new habit or routine, and you can't just break an old habit or routine. You have to replace one with the other, or you need to build on something you're already doing. And that is what makes the 10 minutes a day so easy. And it will help you rewire your programming around exercise so that you will show up more consistently. And because you are showing up for the 10 minutes a day, you get excited about it, and then you end up doing it for longer, because hardly anyone just does 10 minutes a day. You're changing into workout clothes. You might as well do 15, 20. But you don't have to. Start with 10 every single day. Make that a non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. No days off from 10 minutes a day. It's 10 minutes. And it will make you feel good, even if all you do is lift weights for those 10 minutes or go for a walk around the block. Or 10 minutes is no time. This will change everything. This changed everything for me. Once I released the pressure, once I said, okay, who cares? Who cares about the number on the scale? Who cares about the size of my pants? Who cares what anyone thinks about how I look or feel? How do I feel? How do I want to feel? How do I want to show up? How do I want to treat my body? That is what matters. So once I got rid of the pressure to lose the weight and to be a certain way and look a certain way, I decided I wanted to feel a certain way, and that is more important than anything else. And if you can feel how good it feels in my body because I leaned into this and because I do this, it's amazing. Now, there are very few days where I only do 10 minutes a day. For the most part, I'm doing anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes a day at this point, but I started with 10. And some days, all I got was 10. And some days, still all I get is 10. And I am okay with that because I am showing up for me. I am moving my body. I am treating it with love and respect. I am showing up consistently. Consistency is key. You will not have the results you want unless you are consistent. And you need to start small. You need to, here's a fun way to build a new habit around this. Build it onto something you're already doing that's already good. So, for example, I get up, I wash my face, I brush my teeth, I jump, most days, I jump right into my workout. Because my brain hasn't had a chance to figure out what it's doing yet. It hasn't had a chance to say, no, you don't want to do that. I just jump right into it. So it's literally wash my teeth, brush my face, brush my teeth, wash my face, exercise. I've done it before. I've started to think about it and can talk myself out of it. And then it's done. And then I can go on with the rest of my day, and it's amazing. So that's building on something that's already good, which means you're not breaking a habit. You're not implementing a habit. You're just building onto a current habit. And it's better to do it like that, add it on to something else, something that's already empowering, or replace another habit. So if you're spending an hour a night watching TV, take 10 minutes of that and do a workout instead. So you can't just continue on with your old habits and implement a new habit. That's not how it works. You're not going to show up for you in that way. Our brains aren't wired that way. I'm actually doing some training on the brain right now. It's so exciting and really interesting. Like, it's really cool. So you have to build on something current, or you need to replace something old with the new thing that you want. And it will be so amazing. Please try this 10 minutes a day. It is so worth it. Give yourself the gift of that time. The next step, building boundaries around your time. You need to figure out when you're going to do it. You need to put it on your schedule. Don't just say, well, I can get 10 minutes anytime today. No. If you just say, I'll do it later without a specific time, without specifically setting up a boundary around it and saying, I am setting aside this time for me to exercise, it won't happen because you'll run out of daylight. You have not planned for it. You might do it for a couple of days, but it won't be consistent. because you haven't set up a boundary around it. So for the most part, I do all my workouts in the morning. Now today I have given myself the grace to go at night, but I've already told my husband that I'm going at this time and he is coming with me. Now I didn't tell him he's coming with me. He offered to come with me. But whether he does or he doesn't come with me, I'm going tonight at that time. I have set that time for myself. I have set that boundary and I will go and I will show up for myself. I have no worries about it because I'm planning for it, because I know this is what I want and it supports the life that I have for myself. So set up a boundary around it and set up a time to do it. Set up that boundary with yourself and with others. Let them know that from this time to this time, I am not available. I am going to be working out at this time. I am going to be going for a walk. I am going to be going on my bike. I am going to be doing yoga. Plan for it, show up for it, and don't let yourself be talked out of it. You are stronger than your excuses. You are 100% stronger than your excuses, and keep coming back to the why. Why are you doing it? Why this time? Why are you choosing to do it this way? What are you working towards? What do you want the outcome to be? How do you want to feel? That's why that clarity piece that we mentioned at first is so important, because you're constantly going to be coming back to it on the days when you don't feel like it, or on the days when you're trying to talk yourself out of it. Whenever you find yourself trying to talk yourself out of it, ask myself, why am I resisting this? It's 10 minutes. All I need to do is 10 minutes. Why am I resisting this? You are worthy of this time. You deserve this time. Pump yourself up. Get excited. Turn on your favorite playlist, pump it up super loud, get moving, enjoy every minute. Remember that it's about how you feel. And it's so, so, so good and so, so, so worth it. And I cannot wait to hear how these steps work for you. It doesn't have to be an all or nothing approach. I was the all or nothing girl, which is why the 10 minutes a day was really hard for me when I first started it, because I was like, no, if I can't commit to 30 minutes a day, then I'm not even interested in doing it. If I can't commit to being a gym person, then I'm not even interested in doing it. Well, how did that work out for me? Not at all. I was stuck. I was frustrated. I was overwhelmed. I was mad at myself. I was saying bad things to myself. I was not showing myself love, patience, or grace. And that is not good. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. Small steps over time will get you where you are going, and being consistent requires these 4 steps. Clarity, picking something that you love, starting slowly, and setting boundaries around it. Those are the keys to getting you to where you want to be, and creating an exercise routine that lights you up, that makes you excited, that gets you moving, that helps you feel more confident and energetic and happy and fulfilled, and gets you loving your body again. We don't work out because we hate our body. We work out because we love our body, because we want to experience life at the highest level, because we want to have all great things. It is so worth it. I cannot wait to hear how it goes. If you have any questions about this at all, please let me know. I get it. I get that it sometimes seems impossible. I mean, sometimes you think, what's wrong with me? Why can't I get this to work out for me? Why can't I show up for myself? It's not that there's anything wrong with you. That is not the problem. There are all kinds of things at play, and you just need to set yourself up in a way that is going to work and that is going to click. And when it does, these steps will do it if you show up for you. You have to show up for you. You need to believe you're worthy of it. You need to believe you deserve it. You need to be willing to do something different. That is it for me. I hope you have an incredible, incredible day. We will be chatting again soon. All the love and light from my heart to yours. Bye.